the students didn't like that idea, so they decided to start a pacifist protest. Another, and then the government didn't like that the students were having a pacifist protest.
Shining a light on something.
Correct. Somehow guns appeared and 500 people died because of that. So you have injured people inside the university and nobody was helping them. So I had some things on hand, and I told my husband, let's go there to see
Help
what
them.
we can do. That's what we did. But then, of course, you are against the government because you are helping somebody that it's not aligned.
You're not going there for political or any other reasons. You're going there to help people that have been hurt.
Yeah, because you cannot let somebody just die or suffer because you're just stubborn and you need to teach something, right?
Did anyone make it difficult on you later because you were trying to help people for any reason?
So after that, if you're not with the government, you are against them. So you're the enemy, right? So these people that works for the government, but they are like undercover, they are everywhere. So you are not safe anywhere because you don't know if that people that it's walking on the street is one of them. And they know everyone that it's not aligned with their thoughts. So or you learn to live like that or you move on.
All of that time led up to you leaving Nicaragua for Canada.
Yes.
Do you remember what it was like just before coming? Was Canada the place you wanted to come because your husband was from here?
Yeah.
And it meant you had to give up your...
It took us like a month. So we just get rid of everything that we had at the time. And the decision was just, it's not leaving if you think you need to hide, right? So the only way that we could have done something is because he is a citizen. So we go, okay, let's go to Nicaragua, and then we can just start everything back there.
Patience,
yeah,
family,
yeah,
and come here. And how are they different from once
my husband told me in Nicaragua, back in Canada, when we go to Canada, you're gonna eat salmon and asparagus and you'll see it's beautiful. You're gonna go skiing and you're gonna go this and here, and
is he a little bit of a salesman?
And I go like, sweet, let's go.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you think you'd be able to jump into practicing medicine?
I knew it was gonna be hard, but I didn't know that it's gonna be this hard. When we first came, he was the one who worked all the time because I didn't have my permits and everything, right? So after his goal was always to bring the coffee here to Canada, right? That was always like on the table, and that I would have to work towards my licensing and everything.
Right.
The idea was that I could find a job here, medical related thing, right? That I could do and just stay in my track, right? In my field. And I did get a job as a medical office assistant here for 2 years, almost 2 years. But you don't go like, you don't move, or you don't. I learned a lot about the system here, a lot, one of my shocks was that you need to have everything, like you need to have an exam or a lab or a x-ray for everything. And that was because I told you, right? We have no resources back in Nicaragua, so we try to deal with things with what we have. Or in my clinic.
Right.
And here, you cannot move forward to do something if you don't have the first test. So that test lead you to another test, and so on and so on. So that, for me, it's a very big,
change.
Cultural change in medical related thing, right? Because I'm not used to that. So I get it. You need to learn how to work in the system, because I was trained somewhere else and very different.
Were your credentials as a practicing physician in Nicaragua ever questioned by anybody here in Canada? In other words, would they have seen you, those people you talked to in the beginning about practicing here, would they have seen your history as qualifying you to be a doctor here?
They took year to process all my documents and give me the green light to move forward. Yeah, but it was something about 12 months or something for
but
them
never a question about your training, your practical, your practice?
No.
That wasn't it.
Not directly. No.
So where do things sit now? What do you need to see happen in order for you to practice as a family doctor here in Canada?
Okay, so the main issue is that there is, I don't know, it's a lot of, you need to knock on I don't know, a lot of doors, right? For me, for example, is I just need time to study and be able to complete the test that they are requiring for, right? It's a bit difficult and expensive. That's the other issue. Everything it's $1,000 for just one document, right? So it's kind of hard because we work here with what we have right now.
The second last question has to do with this business. Your husband wanted to bring coffee.
Yeah.
And we're telling his story and multiple, which is your story together. Now I'm thinking about how you have coped, how you have made the best of life here in Canada, how you're working every day, long hours, making the most delicious food, managing, taking care of this place. What's that all been like? You came from Nicaragua as a doctor. There's obvious delays that have happened until you're able to fully practice. And people often are, in my understanding, people who believe they'll only be happy if they get what they want, when they want it. They don't often realize that closed doors are other opportunities. Sometimes a step backwards or sideways, according to the world's economy.
Yeah,
right.
I think life has good days and bad days, right? You will be living in a fairy tale if everything was perfect, and what's a boring life if everything is perfect? But for me, it's I have a dream, and I want to be able to work as a physician as I was in my country. But the dream, my husband's dream, came first. So if you are a marriage, you are one person. So the decision to leave one thing and come in here and work and make crepes is just because we are a family, right? So his dream was met first than mine. So I know that when my time comes, he will be able to release me and say, now it's your turn. So why would I been here angry because I'm not doing what I know to do, because this is a learning experience for me too. I get to talk to people. I have some other cultural enrichment here than I will be able to have as a physician, right? So everything is, you need to see everything with the bright eyes, and every work in life, even if it's cleaning or cleaning toilets, it's very, I mean, you need to learn how can I say this in English? You need to learn, I mean, be humble about it, because for most insignificant that you think it is, it'll teach you something. Well, I see myself working with the people that need me.
What would you say to somebody that is more comfortable with Spanish that might help them today?
Que nunca dejes que los problemas de hoy se vayan contigo. Siempre los problemas van a estar ahí, pero lo importante es que yo en mi interior esté en paz.